the day with me as a professional furniture and interior designer who is also a mentor and currently mentoring students to become furniture and interior designers. So I basically started my day early and it was slow, but at this point I started rushing because I just looked at the time and it was 10:30. Class starts by 11. Thursdays and Fridays, dispatch 3. And I was basically rushing things at this point. Had my morning coffee, I went through my notes, and it was like 10:45 here, and I had to go through my notes and make sure everything was on screen so that I don't have to stop searching for notes when I was in class. My water in my cup, and I headed out. So I basically arrived on time because James Bond I did. I was seriously driving really fast, so I was at the office by 11 sharp. So I went ahead to class, and we basically dived right in. So I started by asking questions. If you had any questions from yesterday's class, they should ask, and I would answer. So we did that, and then we proceeded to today's lectures. So I talked and talked and talked and talked. Hey God, I talked. See, teaching is not for the faint of heart. I explained and talked, asked questions. If they understood, if they didn't, I would repeat myself. Mama, teaching is no bits. Sorry to all my lecturers that I disrespected back in school. Anyways, so I gave them class work. I gave them class work, and I gave them like a layout, and they were to convince I was the client. So I gave them my preferences, and I told them to design that layout based on my preferences. So they did. So it was me checking out all the design that they mentioned they would use on this layout, and I corrected them where they needed corrections, and I marked them. So after doing that, before we did that, we had a little critiquing session using the projector. We critiqued some designs, and I asked them where they think the design went wrong and what they could do right or wrong. See, it's a whole process. This whole teaching thing, I don't want to gatekeep. When I'm teaching, I teach everything I know, and I'm currently learning. I don't gatekeep for my students. So we concluded the class, and it was really raining. It was heavily raining at this point, so we were done with the class. So I went back to work. I came to my office, and I looked through some orders with my assistant and made sure everything was ready for Monday, and I was basically done for the day.